The Cardinals defense dominated in their win in Carolina in Week 4 alongside former Cardinals quarterback Drew Stanton. I'm Danny Surek. We're going to analyze the defense's best performance of the season on this episode of Card Stock presented by SeatGeek. Drew, in Sunday's 26-16 win over the Panthers, offensively, another slow start, only 3 points in the first half. It was the defense that kept this team in the game with 3 turnovers. How much were those turnovers scheme-based or just right place, right time?
Well, I think it's a combination of both. If you look at them, right, they're timely turnovers, which is the most important thing to have. Getting that fumble recovery, it takes points off the board for the Carolina Panthers. You look at, again, when the Carolina Panthers are trying to get momentum back and a tipped interception that takes it away, it goes and puts the game out of reach. These guys are playing extremely high-level type of defense, and so it's a combination of the scheme that Vance is calling, and also these guys are flying to the football. And when anytime you hold somebody 2 of 10 on third down, 20%, you're going to have a lot of success. This team on defense played a full game, a full 4-quarter game, and it showed up in the stat column. It showed up with what they were able to do. Anytime you have 8 tip passes in a game, you're doing something right. You're scheming somebody up correctly. And if you look at a Ben McAdoo type offense when he was in New York, they like the quick game. They're not very exotic. They're just trying to do what they do and do it well. So anytime you do that and you shut down the run, you shut down their most important piece, it's going to be imperative, just like it will this week against the Eagles.
4 straight games this defense has forced a turnover, and you got a chance to see a little complimentary football with the defense playing so well, and then on that interception by linebacker Dennis Gardeck, which was tipped by defensive lineman J.J. Watt, the offense goes and scores on that next drive. That's important too for the offense to take advantage of those opportunities the defense is giving them.
Exactly, especially when you can put touchdowns on the board. When you start stretching that lead out even more in the fourth quarter, even the second half in general, right? You start to say, okay, there's only so many possessions left. And when the defense is feasting like they have, and they're playing off of each other's energy and they're doing those things, you go on the road and have the mentality, and this team's been able to do that week in and week out. They've shown that. Now they need to transfer that and bring that energy at home.
They have to try and bring that energy at home when they are hosting the only undefeated team in the league, the Philadephia Eagles. Quarterback Jalen Hurts has only thrown 2 interceptions this season. Another mobile quarterback. He's rushed for 20 or more yards in every game. He has that arm strength, that accuracy. How can this defense carry over that success they had in Carolina when they're going up against Hurts and the Eagles?
Well, I think it starts on third down, right? You try to put them behind the sticks. You put them in difficult situations. They're potentially missing 2 offensive linemen. They are known up front as being very stout. They're maulers. They try and get after you. They establish the run, as well as anybody in this NFL right now to start the season. Jalen Hurts is that added dimension as far as rushing and doing all of these things, and they're good at protecting the football. They're +8, they lead the league. That's why they're 4-0. But if we can carry the momentum of last week, if you can be +2, you've got an 80% chance of winning the game like they did last week. And the Cardinals need to take that. It's going to be a great matchup. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are anticipating because, yes, they are a 4-0 football team, but this Cardinals team has dealt with adversity really well, and now it's time to flip the switch at home.
Second straight week, there will be that Oklahoma quarterback battle. Last week, it was Baker Mayfield, who was the quarterback at OU prior to Kyler Murray. This week, Jalen Hurts, who followed in Murray's footsteps. The Cardinals will look to hand the Eagles their first loss of the season Sunday with a 1:25 kickoff. For Drew Stanton, I'm Danny Surek. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Card Stock.